Sup? This is Nick, coach of Mount Silver Scythers, not of the Pokeball Factory Pikipeks or the Sunyshore City Sharpedos. Yeah, that's the right team. But I'm doing the commentary because someone by the name of Jake, coach of the Pokeball Factory Pikipeks, didn't do it. Shade. So we got the Definite Meth and the Lickin' Trip coming out. Two shiny green boys, or blue-green boys. Teal? Teal. I do like the shiny Seismitoad. He's a cool boy. And then Jigglypuff, then not a Jigglypuff. Gets knocked off, smacked that big boy. Now, I could see the confusion with Jigglypuff. It's big and pink. Very easy to confuse those things. Now he's bigger and pinker. Because he's Mega Evolved. Even though I do have to say I like whoever has regular Slowbro and it's Out My Tail. That's a pretty great name. Like, credit where credit's due. Pretty great name. And then out comes a Toxic. Yeah, lots of Toxics. That's a bulky boy. He's hard to break through, and he can Toxic stall you with this Slack Off. Even though with the Sand Up, it hurts him. That's one thing that's about Jake's team that I pointed out in a previous commentary that I'll point out again. He has a lot of weather setups, but he doesn't really use them. And none of them help anything else on his team, so... It's weird, man. He's got a weird team. And now we got this dirt nasty BP. And gets that Toxic back. Because, might as well. Boy's poison, not gonna miss those Toxics ever. Because poison type. And gets the burn, which super sucks for Brenden. Because that thing really does not want to get burned. He likes to hit really freaking hard. But he needs to not be burned for that. So, sand, burn, sand, poison. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff right now. Hits him with a knockoff, which doesn't do much because big bulky defense boy. Yeah, those Scalds hurt. Chomp, chomp. Bites down on that berry. Gobble, gobble, gobble that Figgy Berry. You can just eat those up all day long. And then he can eat even more of them when he just recycles. So he found one. I love that it says he found a Figgy Berry. Like, motherfucker digging out in the trash cans like, oh shit, look what I found. Another berry. But yeah, this goes on for a bit. Some dirt nasty BP oil spill shit going on right here. Hey, but at least the oil spill recycles. Credit where credit's due, man. Credit where credit's due. So yeah, this face-off right now is just disgusting. We've got Slack Off, we've got recycling Figgy Berries. We got a whole lot of shit going on right now in this bit. Well, not a whole lot of shit, because nothing is happening right now. Because, okay, Jigglypuff does decide to finally leave here, doesn't want to take all that toxic poison. And Not the Meth comes back, because he can actually scare that thing. And he sets up the sand again for more chip damage. But he does get knocked off, which sucks for him, because now he has no lefties. And I'm pretty sure BP leaves at this point, because I don't think he can really do anything. I know he goes for the Toxic. I guess he can probably survive at least one Earthquake. At least one. He's a bulky boy, but goes for the Stealth Rocks. Get those entry hazards. Makes sense. But BP doesn't want to go nowhere. Even though he should want to go somewhere because he's burned and getting hit by the sand. But he doesn't need his Figgy Berry. He hasn't lost enough health yet. He keeps whacking. I think he probably survives this Earthquake. I don't remember exactly. Yup, still survives it. And then he gets to chomp, chomp, chomp on that Figgy Berry. Man, that oil spill just keeps on going. It's like the Energizer frickin' Bunny. Keeps going, and going, and going, and going, and then. Like, we're almost, not quite, we're a bit more than a third of the way through this battle. And literally both teams still have 6 Pokemon, 2 with status. And he knows he can recycle, get that berry, and then heal back up. And now he'll go just below half. Yeah, he can just do that all day. Boy, gross. If you can't kill this thing, he's just gonna chomp on some berries. Heal himself up. This is some dirt nasty play that Brendan's doing, but I can kind of respect it. Because if they can't kill the thing, and boy's just chowing down on berries, it's a good combo of item and ability. It's dirt nasty, but it happens, man. So even though this time now he's kind of reaching the end of the usefulness of that strategy. Actually not. He's not getting hurt by sand anymore. He does just go for the straight kill. Didn't want to have to recycle one more time. So that's the first feint. 6 minutes into the battle. You know how things go sometimes. In comes Ric Flair, the Incineroar. Big damage from those snacky pebbles. And does get the Intimidate when he's already burned. So he does withdraw BP. I guess he still wants some knockoff power. And Lycantrip, who can take pretty much anything from Incineroar. Or should be able to. Knock off, that'll do. It should do decent damage, depending on how Lycantrip's built. Oh no. No. Holy shit, that is a defensive Lycantrip. Or it's just a not very offensively built Incineroar, which I could believe that as well. Incineroar has some great utility outside of just attacking. Like, it intimidates nice, it's got U-turns, it's got Will-O-Wisp, it's got Fake Out, like, boy's got moves. Scald. That's not going to do much. Yeah, no. Jigglypuff is below half. I don't think Lycantrip wants to stay out against him. Special defense is not his most amazing strong suit. And he's toxic poisoned, so boy doesn't want to stay out for too long. And Lycantrip does leave, as I suspected, for UAF 175. Brenden always with those super solid nicknames. Just fun for the whole family. And then Jigglypuff, of course, slacks off and heals himself again. Like, this isn't a horrible situation for Jigglypuff. But we do get some Serene Grace Air Slashes coming out, so not tons of damage, but does cause a flinch. Which, I mean, yeah, does suck for him, especially since he's toxic poisoned. He's not in a great scenario. So Jigglypuff does leave. Because, yeah, it makes sense. And in comes Grimace, the big purple hamburger eating machine, who just gets air slashed in the face. And does more than half, which means he's going to be dead. Also a black, or a leftover. It's not even Black Sludge. That's actually interesting. But that must be a choice scarf on UAF 175. So down goes the purple monster. Burger munching. In comes Shredder, the paper-thin special defensive Pokemon, who, if it had a Focus Sash, that is now broken. And it gets air slashed as well. And with its 34 special defense, it fucking dies. Now comes in Big Flakes. What probably should have come in last turn. Get that snow warning up. His other weather that he has on his team. Or he should have saved Gigalith to make sure that that could go up against it. And Big Pizzle comes in, takes some Stealth Rock damage, and gets a Blizzard to the face. Which, yeah, that makes sense. BP's Deadzo. Finally. No more eating berries for you, homie. Name's Kobe. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the B for the basketball player, but Kobe. And he goes up for the shot. Oh wait, no, Big Flakes leaves first. Ric Flair comes in, get that Intimidate drop. Understandably. Very understandably. But is taking those big Stealth Rocks damage. Because he fire typing. He no like pebbles. Now we got Kobe. With that Z move. He's having a party up in here, celebrating. Z Celebrate. Which puts it at +1 everything except for attack. Because attack will just be normalized after that Intimidate drop. Kobe uses the T-Bolt, which doesn't kill, and then does trigger the Pinch Berry. But Ayapapa? Ayapapa, yeah. Gives him 50% health, and then whack, knock off. Big damage, even at a +1 defense. And he gets hit by the hail. And at this point, we know he cannot KO with a Thunderbolt. But Boy still goes for it anyway. And then he gets punched in the head again. Gets smacked down. Kobe! Sorry, little V Victini with your V face. You're dead. Zalbar comes out. The angry teddy bear. So you got like Stuffle and Beware. The happy cute teddy bears. Womp womp. Womp womp. 3 health. And big damage. And then Ric Flair kills himself. It's sad what wrestling does to people, guys. It's really sad what wrestling does to people. So then Big Flakes comes back out, understandably. Even though with how weak Zalbar is, should have just gone for the Blizzard on this turn. But instead, I think he goes for the Fairy move. Which, yeah, I mean, that's good going on to 9/11. Another just very pure family-friendly nickname, Brenden. Very pure and family-friendly. Which that does some big damage. And then 9/11 leaves. Because 9/11. 9-fucking-11. What a nickname, man. And then another Moonblast. Which this will do some good damage. And drops his special attack. Buffed it by hail. Heals some leftovers, so that cancels out the hail. But then he's got the toxic poison as well. Boy just ain't looking good. So another Moonblast will pick up the kill for sure. He's not strong enough to take 2. And down goes the Froakie. And then Zalbar comes back in for some reason. Oh wait, no, I know why he comes back in. Because priority. I'm assuming he was Choice Bandit, and that's why he switched out earlier. Because, yeah, a Bullet Punch is more than enough to kill Big Flakes. It does not like them steely moves. At all. And Jigglypuff comes in. Looking pretty weak right now. Zalbar, use Bullet Punchers isn't going to do much of anything. Because it's resisted, and he's a big bulky boy. 9 damage, to be more precise. Scald will finish him off, even though he probably... I mean, I guess at this point, Jake was probably just trying to pick up some KOs. That's probably why I went for the Scald. And now Jigglypuff is at the whim of UAF 175. Who gets hurt by them pebbles? And then just Dazzling Gleam. That's enough to pick up the kill. So down goes not Jigglypuff. So that was the battle that happened. Jake still got his big weather team going on. That nothing takes advantage of the weather. And Brenden was able to do some stank nasty recycling and eating berries. So it got done. Good job, Brenden. Good job, Jake. Good job, guys. See you next week.